Ever pondered if artificial intelligence can be biased or unfair? It's a question that's been increasingly making the rounds, and for good reason. As AI continues to weave itself into the fabric of our society, it's crucial to examine its impact. From our smartphones to self-driving cars, AI is everywhere. It's helping us make decisions, big and small. But here's the catch. These complex algorithms are only as good as fair as the data they're trained on. If this data is biased, the AI's decisions could be as well. Imagine an AI system making decisions that impact people's lives, like who gets a job or a loan. Now imagine that system having an inherent bias. The consequences could be far-reaching and deeply troubling. This isn't just a hypothetical scenario, it's a reality we're grappling with today. An investigation by ProPublica brought this issue to light, revealing a startling bias in a court-used machine learning software. ProPublica, a nonprofit newsroom, delved into the world of AI fairness and bias. A beacon of investigative journalism, ProPublica embarked on a crucial mission, unearthing a serious concern in the domain of artificial intelligence. Their investigation centered around a machine learning software used by courts. This software, designed to predict potential repeat offenders, was found to be skewed. In a glaring revelation, it was discovered that the software disproportionately identified Black defendants as potential repeat criminals. This was not a random error or a one-off glitch. Rather, it was an inherent bias, a prejudice woven into the very fabric of the algorithm. Imagine a set of scales intended to measure the weight of justice, tipped unfairly to one side. That's precisely what was happening here. The algorithm was not just predicting the future, it was shaping it, casting long shadows over the lives of countless individuals. This wasn't just a technical problem, it was a societal issue, a question of equality and justice. The investigation by ProPublica brought these unsettling realities to light. It exposed the silent, invisible bias operating beneath the surface of a seemingly unbiased system. It revealed how an algorithm, a set of programmed instructions, could perpetuate and amplify societal prejudices. Aileen Nielsen, a data scientist, brought attention to the myriad ways bias can seep into algorithms. She pointed out how faulty proxies, outdated datasets, incomplete data, and imprecise labeling could all contribute to this bias. Even blind models, she noted, could discriminate. The problem was not just in the data or the algorithm, it was in the lack of awareness, the lack of understanding of the domains these algorithms were operating in. This revelation raised important questions about the fairness of AI algorithms and their impact on society. It was a wake-up call, a signal to scrutinize the silent, automated decisions shaping our world. The ProPublica investigation was not just about exposing a flaw, it was about sparking a conversation, igniting a debate on the fairness of AI and its role in our society. Aileen Nielsen, a data scientist, pointed out the complexity in defining and achieving fairness in AI algorithms. Nielsen's insights reveal a labyrinth of factors that contribute to bias in AI, often unintentionally. One of these is the use of faulty proxies. Think of a proxy as a stand-in, something that represents another thing. In AI, proxies might be used when the data we really want isn't available, but if these proxies are flawed or biased in any way, they can introduce the same bias into the AI system. It's like building a house with a crooked ruler. No matter how careful you are, the house won't end up straight. Next, we have the issue of old data sets. AI learns from the data it's given, and if that data comes from a time when societal norms and values were different, the AI can end up perpetuating outdated biases. It's as if the AI is looking at the world through a rear-view mirror, driving forward while looking backward. Incomplete data is another stumbling block. If the data doesn't fully represent the diversity of the real world, the AI's understanding will be skewed. Imagine trying to paint a rainbow but missing out on a few colors. The result might still look like a rainbow, but it's not a true representation. Imprecise labeling also poses a problem. This is when the labels or categories used in the data are too broad or not accurate enough. It's like trying to sort a box of mixed nuts into big and small, when what you really need is to sort them by type. Even blind models can discriminate, highlighting the need for domain awareness in addressing fairness issues. This means that even when we try to make AI blind to certain sensitive data like race or gender, it can still pick up on these factors through other data points. This underlines the importance of understanding the context or domain in which the AI is operating to better identify and address potential sources of bias. The implications of AI bias are far-reaching and potentially damaging. The ripple effect that AI bias sets into motion can stretch beyond our immediate sight, infiltrating various sectors and impacting our lives in ways we might not even realize. Let's take a look at the legal system. When AI bias sneaks into predictive policing or sentencing algorithms, it can result in a skewed representation of crime and criminals. This can lead to over-policing of certain communities or unfair sentencing, causing a ripple effect of injustice that can be felt for generations. In the healthcare sector, biased AI can be equally, if not more, detrimental. Imagine a scenario where an AI system used for diagnosing diseases has been trained mostly on data from one specific demographic. The result? Potentially life-threatening misdiagnoses for individuals outside of that demographic. It's a grim picture, but a realistic possibility if AI bias isn't addressed. Let's not forget the financial systems either. Biased AI can lead to discriminatory practices in loan approvals or insurance underwriting, with certain groups being unfairly disadvantaged. This can reinforce socioeconomic disparities, making it harder for marginalized individuals to break free from the cycle of poverty. AI bias doesn't just stop at the individual level, it can scale up and impact entire communities, even societies. By perpetuating stereotypes and reinforcing existing inequalities, biased AI can create a self-fulfilling prophecy, where marginalized communities remain marginalized because the AI systems designed to help them are instead working against them. In essence, unchecked AI bias can silently shape our world, influencing decision-making processes and outcomes across sectors, from who gets hired for a job, to who receives a loan, to who gets a longer prison sentence. It's a subtle and insidious form of discrimination, often hidden behind the mask of technology and progress, and that's what makes it such a critical issue to address. AI has the potential to revolutionize our world, but if we're not careful, it could also unintentionally reinforce and even worsen existing inequalities. AI bias can reinforce existing inequalities, making it a critical issue to address. Addressing AI bias and fairness is not just an ethical necessity, but also a technical challenge. Just as a skilled gardener tends to their garden, ensuring a diverse range of plants, we too must nurture our artificial intelligence systems with diversity. Diversity in AI is best served through training data, made up of a variety of experiences, cultures, and perspectives. This helps to create AI systems that are more representative and less prone to bias. But diversity alone isn't enough. Regular audits of AI systems are crucial to maintaining fairness. These audits, like a health checkup, can detect any biases that may have crept into the system over time. They're an opportunity to recalibrate and realign the system, making sure it's functioning as intended. Transparency also plays a vital role in the journey towards fair AI. It's not enough to simply say our AI is fair, we must show it. This means being open about how decisions are made, the data used, and the algorithms employed. This transparency helps foster trust, a crucial element when dealing with something as powerful and potentially life-altering as AI. Developing trust in AI isn't something that happens overnight. It requires a commitment to fairness, transparency, and accountability. It also calls for an ongoing conversation between developers, users, and the wider public. Only through dialogue can we ensure that AI is being used responsibly and ethically. The road to fair AI is complex, but with awareness, commitment, and action, we can navigate towards a more equitable digital future. The journey may be long and filled with challenges, but the destination, a world where AI serves us all equally, is surely worth the effort.